Hey there! Another year is coming to an end, which means it's time to take a look at the games that are set to be released next year. In this video, I'll talk about the most promising isometric RPGs. But first, here are the winners of the previous giveaway. I'll message you after this video is released. I'll start with Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. A charming indie action RPG that emphasizes shop management, Moonlighter is not only very fun, but also offers quite a bit of replay value. The 2018 release was successful enough that a sequel always seemed likely, especially since the concept certainly had room to grow. Fortunately, Digital Sun seems set to return to this universe, once again casting players as Will, a shopkeeper who needs to keep his inventory stocked by going out in the wild and collecting loot. Moonlighter 2's biggest change is the switch to a full 3D presentation, albeit presented from an isometric angle. While its predecessor's pixel art is top-notch, the sequel should be a pretty substantial upgrade in terms of visuals and presentation. Beyond that, players will get to explore a new area while helping a struggling village to flourish. MENACE is a tactical role-playing game from the studio known for the Project Battle Brothers. The game is set in a dark sci-fi world where players must lead the fight against an alien threat. The main objective is to respond to distress signals from various planets, commanding infantry, tanks, and mechs in turn-based battles. A point-based system allows players to customize their squad for specific missions, selecting leaders, soldiers, tank operators, and mechs, as well as equipment like smoke grenades or rocket launchers. Combat goes beyond simple shootouts. On the battlefield, mechanics such as morale, cover, and suppression fire come into play. The line-of-sight system emphasizes the importance of scouting, while vehicle damage can affect the course of battle. For example, a truck equipped with a flamethrower can spill napalm, changing the tactical environment. Heroes of Might and Magic: Olden Era is a new entry in the legendary turn-based strategy series, which aims to return to the franchise's roots. The game takes place on the continent of Jadam, first introduced in Might and Magic 8, but previously unexplored within the series. Players will control factions, build cities, gather armies of mythical creatures, and engage in tactical battles. At launch, 6 factions will be available. The game will feature multiple modes: a single-player campaign with a non-linear storyline, tools for creating custom maps and scenarios, as well as multiplayer duels and large-scale battles for up to 8 players. A new mode called Arena will also be introduced, where participants can jump straight into battle after drafting heroes, artifacts, and creatures. This game aims to be a gift for series fans, as many elements are clearly inspired by Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Its release is timed to coincide with the 30th anniversary of the franchise. Warhammer: Mechanicus II is the sequel to the popular tactical strategy game, once again immersing players in the epic battles between the Adeptus Mechanicus and Necrons. Unlike the first game, the sequel allows players to control not only the Mechanicus but also the Necrons. Both factions will have their own fully fleshed-out campaigns, significantly expanding the tactical and narrative experience. A key feature of the game is the strategic management of territories and the formation of combat squads to carry out missions. New environmental mechanics have been added, affecting the course of battles. For example, players controlling the Mechanicus can use objects on the battlefield as cover, while those playing as Necrons can destroy these objects to expose enemies. The Stone of Madness is a tactical stealth game from the developers of the cult hit Blasphemous. The story unfolds in a grim 18th century monastery, where 5 prisoners attempt to escape using each character's unique skills. One of the game's standout features is its mental health management system. Characters may develop phobias and traumas that could drive them insane, complicating their escape attempts. For instance, characters might become paranoid or exhibit aggressive tendencies, directly influencing the gameplay and escape strategy. Players will control each of the 5 characters individually, deciding when and how to use their abilities while taking into account the day-night cycle. During the day, the characters gather resources and prepare for the escape, while nighttime poses higher risks but also greater rewards. Combining elements of stealth, horror, and resource management, the game promises to offer a unique experience, especially for fans of hardcore strategies and tense atmospheres. Grave Seasons is a unique blend of a farming simulator and detective mystery. Set in a secluded mountain town, players will develop their farm, harvest crops, fish, and build relationships with local residents. However, beneath the idyllic atmosphere lies a dark secret. A supernatural killer hides among the townsfolk, and it's up to the player to identify the culprit to save the town from further deaths. One of the game's main features is its randomness. In every new playthrough, a random NPC takes on the role of the killer, adding replayability and maintaining the mystery until the very end. Additionally, players may unwittingly or intentionally develop romantic relationships with the killer. By combining mechanics reminiscent of Stardew Valley with detective elements and horror themes, Grave Seasons positions itself as a fresh and original take on the genre. Hell Clock is a project that blends roguelike elements with action RPG mechanics. Players assume the role of a warrior fighting to save his mentor's soul in the depths of hell. The protagonist wields a mystical artifact that allows him to manipulate time and grow stronger with each failed attempt to descend deeper into the underworld. The game promises an impressive visual style, combining dark dungeons with vivid ability effects. The gameplay revolves around fast-paced, intense battles and the creation of unique builds through combinations of ancient relics and powerful skills. In addition to the main storyline campaign, which spans 3 acts, there will be endgame content where players can test their best builds and skills in challenging scenarios. Legends of Awen: Rise of the Fianna is a single-player story-driven ARPG built on Unreal Engine 5. The game takes place in a world inspired by Celtic mythology. Players take on the role of an orphan with supernatural abilities. As a member of a legendary band of warriors, the protagonist must climb the ranks to eventually become the group's leader. The story revolves around internal conflicts within the kingdom and the awakening of an ancient dark force. Players will battle both human and supernatural enemies, while also uncovering conspiracies and ancient threats looming over the realm. A key feature of the game is the ability to resolve conflicts not only through turn-based battles on a tactical grid, but also via diplomatic approaches, such as persuasion, intimidation, or deception. Players can customize their character, blending the skills of a bard, druid, and warrior. The game also features a relationship system with 5 unique companions, each with their own goals, moral beliefs, and potential for romantic involvement. SERAPH: In the Darkness is an RPG with blockchain elements and play-to-earn mechanics. The game combines the classic spirit of dark fantasy with modern Web3 technology. Players assume the roles of one of 4 heroes, each with unique abilities and playstyles. As they delve into dark dungeons, players battle enemies, overcome traps, and collect loot, including NFT items that can be used in-game or sold on the marketplace for real profit. The design of the dungeons and the strategic nature of combat require players to think tactically and master their character's skills. The game's economic model revolves around NFT-based equipment and resources. These can be used to participate in special challenges and earn rare rewards. The addition of PvP and cooperative multiplayer modes strengthens the competitive aspect of the project. With its innovative monetization model and deep role-playing mechanics, In the Darkness has the potential to become a major player in the Web3 gaming market. Threads of Time. This is a pixel art JRPG that captivates with its retro style and deep storyline. The game offers a journey through different time periods, where players encounter unique characters and face mystical events that influence the course of history. The focus is on tactical battles and character development, as they can improve their skills and unlock new abilities throughout their travels. The storyline revolves around the protagonist, who is trying to stop catastrophic time anomalies that threaten the world. In each era, players face new challenges and solve puzzles. The game promises to be a true gem for fans of classic JRPGs with hardcore mechanics and nostalgic graphics. Shadow of the Road, another RPG that takes us to the era of feudal Japan, but this time with a mystical and dark twist. We will explore a world where samurai and demons fight side by side, and character decisions directly affect their fate. This is a tactical, turn-based RPG where every action and its consequences matter. The game's standout feature is its unique atmosphere. A blend of real historical events with elements of dark fantasy creates an unforgettable world. The developers promise a deep combat system, intense battles, and difficult moral choices that will change the course of the story. Titan Quest II takes us back to the mythological world where ancient gods, titans, and heroes once again battle for power. The game retains its core combat mechanics while adding new elements. Visually, the sequel looks stunning. The developers promise a flexible character progression system, hardcore battles, a handcrafted world, and multiplayer. The open world and freedom of choice allow players to explore locations at their own pace, discovering hidden secrets and rare artifacts. The loot system remains top-notch, offering a wide range of weapons and gear to enhance characters. Dragonkin: The Banished. This game transports players to a world ravaged by the blood of dragons, which has spawned hordes of dangerous creatures. The main goal is to fight ancient reptiles and harness their powers, all while developing both your character and a fortress-like city. Players will have access to 4 hero classes, each with unique abilities tied to the powers of dragons. For example, Barbarian wields the power of ice, which controls electric spells. Knight relies on a fiery spear and shield. Archer excels with poison arrows and deadly traps. The game also supports co-op play, allowing up to 4 players online or 2 players in local mode. Additionally, players can develop their city, upgrading buildings, adding new services, and attracting new residents. I hope you enjoyed the video and found a couple of games to add to your wishlist. As always, in the next video, we'll be giving away 5 Steam keys. To participate, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and drop a comment below. The Image Game channel was with you. Have a nice day.